stay out here. Who else is in the house?
Okay. Get the gun if you want to get the gun, but I'm finna check on him.
Okay.
Nobody else, bro.
Can you step out?
No,
Ma'am,
no.
step out.
My
Come on.
brother is laying
I understand the ambulance is coming.
Please,
Everybody stay out of the house. It's a crime scene. Where are you hit?
My leg. He shot
Your
me
leg?
like right here.
He shot you?
This is Gia Troutman. She has 4 bullets in her body, she's bleeding in a driveway, and somehow she's still conscious enough to answer questions. But here's the strange part. Despite the fact that she is the one lying on the ground fighting to stay awake, she would eventually become the person some people blamed.
I don't know. He just started shooting.
Why did he shoot you?
He shot me because we was arguing.
But who ends up blaming Gia for what happened, and why, is something you probably won't expect. On the afternoon of November 4th, 2021, deputies were dispatched to 1B Bunker Knowles Lane in Palm Coast, Florida, after reports of a shooting.
Oh my God, this can't be it.
Ma'am, this is the sheriff's office calling back on a recorded line. I have the ambulance on the way to you. Tell me what's
Please
happening.
hurry up. I can't feel my legs, please.
Okay, I have an ambulance coming to you. When did he do this? Do you know? They're coming. Ma'am?
Please hurry up.
Did you just find him like this, or when did he do this?
He just did it. Please hurry up. Please hurry up. Please hurry up.
Okay, where's the gun?
It's on the floor. Please hurry up.
When officers arrived, they found 23-year-old Gia Troutman bleeding in the driveway. And inside the garage was 25-year-old Matthew Wright lying on the floor with a gunshot wound to his head. Outside, Matthew's sister was shouting at deputies to perform CPR on him, which, just for the record, is not how CPR works.
Okay, the ambulance is coming. The ambulance is coming. Who else is in the house? Who else is in the house? Ma'am, stay out here. Who else is in the house? Okay.
Get the gun if you want to get the gun, but I'm finna check on him.
Okay.
Nobody else, bro.
Can you step out?
No.
Ma'am, step out.
My
Come on.
brother is laying.
I understand the ambulance is coming.
Please, no. I can do CPR.
Who else is in the house?
Nobody else.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Okay.
Please,
Sit down right here.
No, I gotta see.
Okay.
Please help me, please.
No, ma'am. Stay out
Get the gun.
here.
Just get the gun. No, don't let my mama see that. No, I gotta do CPR. No, I gotta do CPR. Just somebody get in there. Please. Please. Somebody do CPR. Why are you standing here? Do CPR.
213, one secure.
Why are you standing here? Do CPR.
Where are you shot?
I don't know.
In your leg? Is it in your... Ma'am, stand over here.
Okay, but do CPR, please.
Where are you shot?
Oh my God.
Where are you shot? No. Everybody stay out of the house. It's a crime scene. Stay in the lawn.
He's still breathing.
Where are you shot? Where are you shot? Where are you hit?
My leg. He shot
Your
me
leg?
like right here.
He shot you?
Yes, please
Okay.
help me.
Who else is in the house?
Nobody.
Nobody
Okay.
is in the house.
Okay.
Please come do CPR.
All right.
Please do CPR.
The house hasn't been cleared yet. Apparently, he's the only one in here. He's on the ground. He's not responsive. She's been shot. I can't tell from where.
Step back. It looks like she's been shot in the leg right
Okay.
No, do CPR.
here. How would you get shot in the legs?
You know the
I
wound
was
there.
sitting on the couch. He shot me.
Stop.
He shot me. Please help me.
All right, lay still.
Nobody else sat down. Oh my God, what the f is wrong with these guys? Go do CPR.
Stay right there. Stop yelling.
He's still breathing.
We got an ambulance coming. Okay. What's your name? What's your name? Gia?
Yes, please help
Okay, Gia. That's your brother in there?
That's my boyfriend.
Okay. That's your boyfriend.
Yes,
Okay.
please help me.
What happened?
Can I talk about this afterwards? I can't barely think.
Okay.
Oh my
All right. We
God.
got an ambulance coming. We haven't cleared in there. It's still an unknown. Apparently, he's the only one in there.
Is he?
He's on the ground. He's still visible. He hasn't moved since I got here.
Oh my
Sheriff's office.
It's okay.
Hey.
It's nobody else in there.
Sheriff's office. Hey, buddy. Hey. Yeah, active breathing.
Okay.
Hey. Hey, man. Hey. Hey. I don't see this real window.
Okay.
Himself in the hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a gun.
There it is right there. Okay. Watch him.
Yep. Start with
213 Flagler.
No, please, please,
Please, God, please, God.
We have one with multiple lacerations and the other with a gunshot wound to the head.
Please, God,
What
please, God.
happened? What happened? What happened?
We was arguing because I went to the store. Because I went to El
Okay.
Scott.
Okay. All right.
Where you
Stay right
shot
there.
at?
I don't know. He just started shooting. He just started shooting.
10-4, we still haven't cleared the residence, but the garage is clear.
Oh my God.
He just started shooting and then he shot himself.
Yes.
Why did he shoot you?
He shot me because we was arguing.
Okay.
And then
The garage is secure, but the rest of the residence isn't. They're saying that nobody else is here, but it's still an unknown.
Anybody else is in the house.
Eventually, the house was cleared. No third party, no additional victims. What investigators were left with was a relationship that had lasted nearly a year and ended inside a garage. According to Gia, the argument started over accusations of cheating. She says she was sitting on the couch when the first shot was fired. Investigators would later find shell casings scattered across the floor, 2 firearms recovered at the scene, and a bullet that had been stopped by the waistband of Gia's pants, a round that nearly passed straight through her body. Gia was rushed to Halifax Health Medical Center in Daytona Beach in critical condition. Matthew Wright was airlifted to the same hospital. He did not survive. And that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. Because while Gia was still lying in a hospital bed recovering from 4 gunshot wounds, Matthew's own sister had already started pointing the blame back at her.
So my family, like, we're not excluding that he may have done this or whatever, but it's just, the whole thing is, like, we have questions with the gun being on the left and he's right-handed, and then you guys said it entered on the right side. No one tested her hands for gunpowder, even though you're saying with them being in close range, there will be gunpowder on both hands. This is all new, like this whole type thing, because he has a daughter, like he loves his family and all of that. So I want to make sure, like you said, all T's are crossed and all dots are dotted. Like, usually I feel like with this person being outside of the house around that time, wouldn't this be like a suspect that everybody's looking for or something?
Would there be any reason why Gia wouldn't say anything if there would?
Not everybody's fully innocent. So I don't know how you guys are looking at this girl, and I'm not saying that she's innocent or not. I'm not saying that.
I mean, we don't know her any more than
I don't put
you know her more than we do.
Anyone.
Now look, Alice Wright had every right to grieve. Losing a brother is devastating. Nobody is questioning that. But instead of asking why her brother shot his girlfriend 4 times, Alice decides the more important question is whether Gia had something to do with it.
You called his sister during the argument?
Right before he shot me, I called his sister.
Okay.
And I told her to hurry up and get to the house. I said, please hurry up. Please come. Please hurry up and go. He's trying to kill me. He has me locked in the garage. He's trying to kill me. And she was just like, okay, we on our way. Like, nonchalant. Nonchalant. Oh my God. And then he was like, when I got off the phone with her, he was like, was that my sister? And I was like, yeah. He was like, it's too late. It's too late now. It's too late now. He's dying. And I was like, what you mean? What do you mean it's too late now? And my legs was numb. I don't know how. I crawled off the couch and dragged myself out of this garage. I unlocked the door. The door was locked.
The side door?
The side door was locked.
Is that when you called us? It was right after you got out of the garage? Okay. What did you see what the gun looked like at all?
It was a small gun.
It was a small one?
Yes.
Do you remember any colors? Like, was it silver or black? It was black? Okay. Do you remember how many times he shot? I know this is a difficult question. If you can't answer it, it's no problem. Okay, I don't want to stress you out. 5. Okay.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. And then where did he walk right after that happened? Like, did he walk towards you when he did it, or was he away? Or
He was at a distance.
okay.
I think he started moving towards me though, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I just remember like just in a movie. But like I was moving.
It was walking. Would it be like towards the? Was he over towards the door that goes into the house, or was he towards like the main garage door where the mini bike was? And all
He
that
was
stuff?
by like the garage door on the side.
When he shot at you?
When he shot at me.
Okay, so he's facing
He was
straight
like,
onto the couch.
Yeah, he was like right in front of me
Okay.
from a distance, and then he just.
Okay.
I would have never thought in my life he would have did it for me.
You guys were together for a long time?
Almost a year.
Oh,
But I just didn't think he would do that to me.
have you guys been in arguments before? Like, pretty bad, or was he just yelling? Really bad.
Before he shot me, he had hit me. He kept pushing me in my head.
That was this Thursday?
Right before he shot me, when we were arguing,
Yeah.
he hit me too.
What was he? So you got home and did he just start yelling at you about not being at the Amsterdam, or?
He just accused me of cheating on him. I told him I would leave.
Mm-hmm.
I would leave. I was about to leave.
And so then he's throwing your stuff down, and then do you guys have most of the argument in the garage then?
No.
Or was it still in the bottom of the
That was just like a hangout spot.
house? Okay. So you told him that you would just take your stuff, and then
I just told him I would get my stuff and I would go. And he started calling me out my name. So I started calling him out of his name.
Right.
He called me like hoe and thought. And so I just was like, okay, well, you were faggot. You were punk. And he lost it.
Shot 4 times, legs barely responding, trapped behind a door Matthew had locked from the inside, and Gia Troutman still got herself out. Now remember that, because Alice Wright apparently forgot it when she sat down with detectives.
I understand that. So with the gun itself, like, you guys didn't test to see if her fingerprints were on it, or?
Fingerprints can be lifted most times on smooth surfaces. Like, this is even porous, and this might be problematic, but something like a gun grip or something like that, if that's what you're looking for, that stuff is typically textured and not able to be printed. The guns are going to be sent off, because we found 2 firearms in the garage. And they're going to be sent off to FDLE, which is Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They do a lot of testing, lab testing and stuff like that. And it's going to be sent off, to test for functionality. And, I've probably going to request other testing as well. But again, I don't know what you're asking. If you're thinking that, like, are you thinking that she shot him and then shot herself? I don't.
No, I'm not thinking that. I just want to know, why is the gun on this side?
On the left?
How did it get there? Like,
well, that and I mean, we all have in our head that, like, everybody, that things fall a certain way. Sometimes it can fall contrary to what we think. Also, if medical personnel goes in, their only thought is attending to a victim. They're not like the fire department, EMTs. They're not paying attention to the scene as it is. They're going in to get the person out to try to save them. And so it's not atypical for someone to kick something or knock something away. But with that being said, his positioning could have been him facing a direction where it could have fallen this way. It could have been the way he fell. You know,
even if a gun lands like that, like from a standing position almost, it can go anywhere. Even go. I mean, you never truly know, and may never truly know exactly everything down to a science. You can get pretty close.
And I'm not asking for everything exactly down to the science, but that's like a big factor. Okay.
But what the ME looks at, medical examiners, they're going to be looking, and they could care less. I mean, kind of what we say they want to see. So that's why we give them videos, we give them pictures, we give them, and they have, you know, obviously they look at the wound too, because the wound is huge. The fact that the wound, and this is just what they've shared with us, just a little bit of preliminary stuff. The wound is, they look to see like the pressure of the gun, and they can tell by the wound, like if it's moving. Like for instance, if somebody forced a gun in my mouth, let's say, they would be able to tell if I'm wiggling, fighting, hesitating, everything. That's why they can determine some gunshot wounds as showing hesitance, and that's where they rule out struggles and stuff, or they say that there's a slight possibility that it was, you know, stuff like that. So that's what we're looking for in their reports, and that's why we obviously wait on their final reports or what have you. But I know the preliminary wound definitely was consistent with self-inflicted. At least that's the way they led us to believe it. And we don't stop though. I mean, you know, obviously Butler's sending stuff off still, no matter what they say. Because we have to cross our T's and dot our I's, just like I said in the beginning. But it just takes time, unfortunately. But
my like, just because things appear one way, it's not until I get all the information and try to get the most full picture possible that we can piece everything together to say this is most likely what happened, you know, absent like a video camera that would have captured everything. So I don't like, this case is not going to be closed anytime soon. You know, so once I get results back, you know, I can let you know and that sort of stuff and keep you guys in the loop.
Right. Okay. So I'm taking everything you guys are saying into consideration. Like you're saying about the medical examiners. I don't know if you're suggesting that, like with people going in the garage, maybe it could have been moved that way, but I know for a fact it wasn't, because I got there first.
No, I was just saying that does happen as well. I'm just saying that, but like Detective Conrad was saying, like if something falls, you know, there's no standard for how an object like a gun or other things fall or how they land. You know, we don't know the motion that it was dropped in, anything like that. So that all these different factors weigh into how these things fall. And I know that it being on the left-hand side by the mini bike and him laying against the wall outstretched looks weird, but we don't know how he was standing before he fell.
I get that.
And that can also weigh into that sort of stuff.
So if a gunshot wound is on the right,
yes,
like wouldn't there be splatters on the left of blood?
No, not necessarily.
How does that?
It depends on the ammo. It depends on the gauge. I mean, how powerful the gun is. Some of them don't even exit. I mean, it just all that takes in. I mean, you have to factor everything in. Gunshot wounds are complicated.
They're not.
There's actually, because what confuses some people too is because it lets off so much gas when you actually fire a gun. Sometimes on the entry wound, there's more that actually
Comes out,
exits than on the exit side, because of the gases get under the skin, and it kind of, it's there's a lot of forensic stuff that goes into these, and the medical examiner sees them all the time. So, I mean, you've talked to him, right? Or the medical examiner?
Yeah, I did. I mean, all he's coming up with is it was a announce it.
Okay. They're not, and another reason why they might not be giving you too much is just because their final report isn't finished. And so they wait for everything to be done, and then
and it's a suicide, a homicide, or undetermined.
Right.
Is what they have to base it off of with the totality of it. So, I mean, if everything to them, matches, then they're going to rule it. I mean, there's nothing we can say. So I've had families go, and collect all the evidence that's released to the public and go get their own private investigator. I mean, that's an option too. I've had that happen before. But at the end of the day, I mean, even our cases, we articulated in our report everything that we think, or, what we've discovered or what the concerns are. That's why, and that's kind of why we want to make sure, like, if you think something one way or another, I mean, you need to communicate that, because we will put extra work into a certain area if that's what you want us to do.
That's what I'm here for.
But what, I mean, so she gets shot 4 times and then shoots him, or, I mean,
no,
like,
I
don't
I'm
understand.
a realist.
Funny how she calls herself a realist, but somehow cannot wrap her head around the fact that a woman who just took 4 bullets to the body could not have also been the one pulling the trigger. That is not being a realist, Alice. That is called reaching.
Like I said, I'm not even saying she may have did it, but like, I kind of want to know.
So who did it who could potentially have done it in your eyes?
All right. So I'm basically here for it to see what's being done with the person that was standing outside around that time. Like I said, I'm not excluding that he could have done this. I'm not excluding it. But it's just like I said, with the gun being here, and I know with the whole fall, I even thought like maybe him falling on the toy could have like knocked the gun this way. I'm just saying, like, I don't want it to be, okay, this looks like a suicide because of his criminal history or whatever. Like, we're just ruling it as this, and like, that's it.
I don't understand. Does he have, has he ever threatened suicide before?
No.
What about the conversation you guys had in the garage with your mom, you, and there was like a conversation or something that took place in the garage with him? No.
Not that I recall,
not
but
that you recall.
This was like the only time where.
So it's never been mentioned before?
No.
Of his just him being miserable or anything like that? Nothing? Ever?
Not like, was he happy? No. But I'm just saying, nothing, like he would have, this is all new, like this whole type thing, because he has a daughter, like he loves his family and all of that. So I want to make sure, like you said, all T's are crossed and all dots are dotted. Like, usually I feel like with this person being outside of the house around that time, wouldn't this be like a suspect that everybody's looking for or something?
While that third person Alice keeps talking about sounds dramatic, investigators found absolutely nothing. And even if someone was standing outside, that still does not explain why Matthew Wright locked his girlfriend in a garage and shot her 4 times before turning the gun on himself. Because here is what Alice keeps dancing around. Her brother did not want to face what he had just done, and that is the only third party in this story.
Typically.
Did he have any enemies? Did he have anybody that would want to?
I'm just saying, like, are we looking?
No, I'm asking. And don't get me wrong, I'm asking questions because I want to make sure that we have all the information. This guy was unidentified. I don't know who this is. I don't know. Apparently it was just somebody walking by. It's obviously it was a busy neighborhood. But do we have any reason to believe that somebody would come there?
The only reason that I would have to believe that is, like, you're there around this time that this happens.
Okay.
And like, my neighbors are telling me that they've never seen this guy in our neighborhood before on this street. You happen to be standing, not walking, but standing outside of our house at this time. Around, like,
And-
right in front of the garage.
Would there be any reason why Gia wouldn't say anything if there would
I don't know.
be
I don't
somebody
really,
there? Or
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying that she shot herself and then shot him, because that doesn't make sense for you to shoot yourself
No.
4 times. I'm not ever saying that.
Mm.
It's just that not everybody's fully innocent. So I don't know how you guys are looking at this girl, and I'm not saying that she's innocent or not. I'm not
we
saying
don't,
that.
I mean,
I'm
we
just
don't know
saying
her
that
any more than
I don't put
you know her more
nothing
than we
past
do.
anyone.
Mm.
My whole thing is, like,
You want to
I
make
don't
sure that
know.
we're not just looking at it as face value and just dismissing everything else.
yeah, just like
Right.
stamping it as it's what he did.
I
and that's
can
that.
tell you, I've talked to other detectives that have assisted on this case, and you know, people have talked to your neighbors, and they've checked the area. It's likely that this person who was standing outside heard what happened, or heard some sort of yelling and just walked on. But we have no evidence to suggest that somebody came in and committed this. As far as we're all aware, and from what deputies arriving on scene, I mean, the garage was locked until when this entire thing occurred. Gia mentioned that she had spoken to you right before everything had happened on
She did. She said she
FaceTime
was
or
no,
Facebook Live or
she
Facebook
called me.
Messenger. Yeah.
And she said she called me from regular phone.
Oh,
She
okay.
said she was locked in the garage.
Okay.
Well, my thing is, how can you be locked in the garage?
If you're in an argument with somebody and they are preventing you from getting out and they have locked doors, that's, I mean, it's
I don't
not.
know what was wrong with that. I watched the video of the deputy when he went to clear the house. They went through the garage, and he was fighting with that door somehow, and he managed to get it open. But if you watch the Axon video, because I dissected those videos,
Right.
And he struggles. I don't.
Are you talking about the garage door that's from the house,
in the
the
house.
house to the house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm not talking about
Oh,
that.
you're talking about
She's
the
saying
outside.
she
The
was
outside.
in the garage herself.
Oh, okay.
She was in there by herself because he wasn't in there at that time when she was on the phone with him. And she's saying she's locked in the garage, but you can get out the house from the garage in 2 different ways. So it's just that, like I said, I'm not saying that she's not innocent, but I'm not saying that she is. It's just that if she is, what provoked him? What did he see in her phone? Like, I was trying to figure out what you guys came up with from what was in her phone, or like what.
I don't know about Butler.
What
I
do
just
you
remember
what do you know of their relationship? Like, was it good? Were they fighting all the time? Like, how were they together?
I mean, what I can say is, like, he loved her.
Okay. Well,
And she loved him. I mean,
did they ever fight that you were aware of?
they argued on and off, but I mean,
Were they like bad arguments, or were they just like stupid, like nothing? And this is not me. This is not me trying to encourage you to speak ill of him or anything like that. I'm just trying to understand, because, and I've said this in other cases that I've investigated. Very rarely do things happen in a vacuum. Usually there's like a steady incline or an increase or a background that kind of builds up, and then somehow it just spills over, and then something happens. So that's why I'm asking you if they were just happy-go-lucky and like without the just like the standard minor relationship arguments or whatever. I mean, then that's one thing. I mean, I don't know them at all. This is the first time I ever met you, Gia. I never met Matthew. So, I mean, I didn't even know about his history until that night. You know, I've never met him. So, I mean, that doesn't factor into anything. I mean, if he was the victim of a homicide, it doesn't matter what he did. Like, nobody deserves that. So that's why I'm just trying to figure out, like, what was their relationship like? And was this something that was just ongoing, or
they had arguments just like any relationship. I mean, it wasn't really, I don't know, I would say the arguments were kind of petty, not really nothing of importance really.
Right. Did Did he ever like make any like statements to you or ever mention to you that he thought she was cheating on him or anything like that? Like, was she stepping out or anything?
He has before, but I mean, nothing that he like didn't get over or figure out that she wasn't.
Okay. Did you ever see any or find out about any guys coming up to the house that didn't live, like, that weren't supposed to be there? Like, was she calling people to the house, or did he think that he was calling people to the house?
I mean, I don't know. That's what I wanted to see the phone records for.
We're still waiting, and I will say I have the 3 phones that are being forensically analyzed. The one drawback to that, and the reason why that's not like an instantaneous thing, is because we only have one analyst, and with cell phones being what they are these days, every single case, it seems like we're asking for stuff to be done to phones. So I mean, it's being worked on, but he's only one person, and we can only do
data is in there. It takes twice as long.
Yeah, we can only go at the pace that the computer will go, and
so no one's looked through the phones yet to see.
I'm waiting for them to be done. That's one of the first things
We don't take them in hand and look through them. They go on a machine.
Right, because that way it preserves the integrity of the evidence, if you will. Because if I manipulate it, then who's to say that I didn't do whatever? If it's run through this forensic program, the program documents it, basically takes a photograph of everything on the phone as is on the phone and preserves the phone as whole, and then it just copies it over, and then we can go through it. Right. But that stuff takes time, and I haven't.
I'm just asking. You haven't got the feedback from the phone?
No, not yet. Not yet. No, I'm waiting on that, because that's going to be huge to building whatever happened. It's going to corroborate statements that we have and everything else, but I haven't been able to get into the phones.
Like I said, if he did this, then I just want to, I don't know, just see what made him do that. What's the motive or something? Just get answers on something.
Did he have any recent stressors or anything that happened that week or the week before? Did he lose job or have issues with legal stuff, or was there anything that was weighing on him, or was he just kind of normal, everything was fine?
I mean, it was pretty much in that day. It was pretty much everything was fine.
Did he have any friends or did you guys have any family that passed recently or anything like that, or anything that would have just
no
been weighing on him? Nothing. Okay. Like I said, I mean, the phones are key, and that was one of the things that literally the next time I was in the office, I got everything set up to get the phone started. But again, that process takes a while, and I'm not super tech savvy when it comes to that programming to do the analysis. So I can't even say, oh, well, this is what's holding it up or anything like that. So, I mean, as soon as I can get in and start looking at it, then I'll have a better picture. But I mean, there's nothing I can say about it now because I just don't have the info. And the DoorDash, did he, I don't know how DoorDash works. So does he just operate remotely and then he gets some notification on an app? He doesn't work for a boss or anything like that?
No, I think it's just all go to his phone.
Okay. And which car were they using? Does he have a car, or which one was that?
The gray one.
It's
in
the driveway. Okay. Was that used by both of them or just him? Okay. And was it his or hers? His. Okay. All right. Well, then I'll reach out to the Kyra. And again, if you hear anything, I mean, you have my number. Just let me know. But we have done canvases and stuff in the air. I mean, there's nothing suggesting that the guy that you've mentioned is, or a third party has been involved in this at all. But that doesn't mean,
Exclude him out.
Not. That's why I want to get the phones. That's why I want to get everything else. I'm not going to rule one thing until I have all the information, and that's, at this point, it's still ongoing. So I don't want to tell you something and that end up being wrong, because then that makes me look like I'm lying to you or hiding information from you or something like that,
My thing was, when I talked to you that day, you said this was too early in the investigation. Well, I don't see how it was too early in the investigation, like for there to be a decision on cause of death. And I know you're saying that that's just medical examiner's part. But I feel like if you guys are still investigating, like how does those decisions like just come about? Like, I know you go there and you give them information, whatever, but it's just like, if everything is not concluded, like, how do we get concrete evidence to give to them for them to?
I can give them. I give them our findings up until the point that they conduct their investigation, and if anything comes up, we update them.
Yeah, and they can revert. They can reverse rulings if something significant comes about that we find out later. But they're pretty simple. They want just the blatant evidence. And when they make their preliminary, I mean, they haven't given a complete report yet. No. But there is such thing as being able to overturn their findings if need be. But they don't like us to do a bunch of what ifs. They want to know the facts, and then they base it off science, their scientific findings and stuff like that. And they have to wait on toxicology too. So they're a little more strict, I guess. We're a little more open-minded because we like to make sure we cover everything, and it obviously takes a long time.
And that's the reason why we bring them the body cam footage, the photographs, because they'll be able to apply what they see to the scene based off of their medical stuff. So,
I mean, even if there was a text message in the phone that says, I hope you die tomorrow or something like that, they don't care about that.
No.
Honestly. They look at because, I mean, even if somebody told him over text message to do what he did.
As investigators dug deeper into Matthew Wright's background, a very different picture started to emerge. Matthew was not some ordinary guy who suddenly snapped. His criminal record stretched all the way back to 2013, 2 separate stints in Florida State Prison. Charges including cocaine possession, grand theft, burglary, attempted burglary, possession of burglary tools, fleeing law enforcement, and burglary with assault and battery. And because of those convictions, Matthew Wright was legally prohibited from owning a firearm anywhere in the state of Florida. But he had one anyway. He obtained it only months before that afternoon. Matthew Wright was later pronounced dead at Halifax Health Medical Center in Daytona Beach. The medical examiner ruled his death consistent with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and the physical evidence recovered from the garage supported that conclusion. And Gia Troutman survived. She was treated for multiple gunshot wounds and eventually discharged from the hospital. Gia got herself out of that garage on legs that barely worked, losing blood with every step, and she still made it outside. And sometimes, that's the only version of justice a story gets.